Max, finish up this baseball talk with a lot of people's favorite segment of the week, the MLB's biggest beefcake.
The biggest beefcake. All right. So this week we have one biggest beefcake, and that player is, and a lot of people might not know this name, surprisingly enough, Kevin Brown. Go Breezy, have you ever heard of Kevin Brown?
Yeah, but you're going to have to remind me, and I'm sure plenty of people.
Fair enough. So Kevin Brown, real quick, he was a pitcher in the MLB for quite some time. Just toss out some stats before we talk about this story. He has 211 wins with 144 losses. He has a career 3.28 ERA. Pretty good. That's not bad. 2,397 career strikeouts. Pretty good. And he is a six-time All-Star. Okay. He also was drafted 4th overall in the draft back in 1989. If I'm not mistaken. Okay, so first things first, Kevin Brown was named in the Mitchell reports. Okay, now do we know what the Mitchell report is, Cole Breezy? Do you know what this is?
You're going to have to remind me, is that the report where everybody's taking steroids?
Basically, yes. The exact definition of what the Mitchell report was. It's the report to the commissioner of baseball of an independent investigation into illegal use of steroids and other performance enhancers by MLB players. 89 players were named on this Mitchell report. 89. And one of those is Kevin Brown. Okay. So just to give you a little insight here. So back in 1998, Kevin Brown signed a massive deal with the Dodgers, a $105 million 7 years for 7 years. Okay. Now, right when he signed this deal, there were talks all around the league, including inside of the clubhouse of the Dodgers organization, that he might have been juicing in his previous season. And that's how he got beefed up basically for, signing a huge deal for the Dodgers. So they thought that this was the reason why he played so well. So now I'm going to toss out another name here. His name is Kirk Redmansky. Okay. Know anything about him, Cole Breezy?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Sure. So he was a former New York Mets employee. Okay. He pleaded guilty in 2007 to distributing performance-enhancing drugs to multiple MLB players between 1995 and 2000. Kevin Brown was a client of Radomski in 2001. Brown was part of the Mitchell. Oh, yeah. And after they found Kirk Redmansky guilty, immediately Kevin Brown got put on the Mitchell report because of this. Okay. Now, here is the biggest one. Back in 2004, while playing for the Yankees, Kevin Brown, he punched a clubhouse wall and broke his left hand after obviously some fury that he had on probably his play. Now, the question I have for you, do you think this was roid-rage?
Had to have been.
Maybe he's got anger problems. Maybe he just has anger problems.
Couldn't control it. You're going to break your hand.
Himself.
You need your hand. And
Especially
you're going to break
the pitch. He's right-handed. So, he's just got to put his glove on,
I guess.
Yeah. So this guy was on the Mitchell report, but technically not proven that he took steroids. Now, based on this roid-rage situation, based on working with Kirk Redmansky, I don't know why I can't say his name, Radomski. Right? Anything with ski at the end of it. For some reason, it's hard. It's hard.
Sometimes.
Yeah, whatever. Do you think, Cole Breezy, this guy took steroids? Do you think he's a beefcake?
Well, you said the Mets employee Radomski or whatever. He was found guilty.
You said it on the first time. Well done.
He was found guilty and then immediately was put on the Mitchell report. And I think the Mitchell report has a pretty good success rate at proven beefers. And I gotta, if he's on the Mitchell report, I gotta say he's guilty.
I am also going to agree with you, Cole Breezy. I do think he juiced. I think he did. It makes sense to me, especially if you're working with a guy that literally for 10 years was selling illegal performance enhancing drugs to MLB players. The fact that you were a client with him, a client of what? What else could he have given you?
poking you with something.
Poking you right in the ass, buddy. Right in the ass, juicing you, getting those thighs nice and thick so you can throw 100 miles an hour off the mound.
That makes sense.